this opportunity to share with you a few words of wisdom that have been passed on to me. Here, I have a glass jar filled with rocks. Nothing too special or out of the ordinary, just a jar of rocks. So how do you perceive this jar? Is it empty or full? Most of you would probably agree that this jar appears to be full. However, if the jar really is full, how is it possible that I can add so much sand into the jar? And still, the jar is not completely full, nor will it ever be completely filled. Because there's always something that can be added. The sand will begin to settle and creating additional space for a little sugar, some salt, or pebbles. And eventually, the water will evaporate, leaving behind even more empty space just waiting to be filled. My point is, class of 2008, that each and every one of you is like this jar. Even when we think there is no possible way we can absorb anything else, there is always more space that can be filled. And remember, grades and reputations are not everything. There is more to life than being the smartest kid in school, the popular cheerleader, or the star athlete. These things may work for some, but we are all blessed with different talents. You may have to work hard to succeed. There is always room for one more accomplishment. The tools and opportunities will be given to you, but what you do with them and how far you let them take you is your choice. There's a certain quote that has stuck with me ever since my freshman year. The famous comedian Larry the Cable Guy once ended a show with this thought: if guns kill people, then I can blame misspelled words on my pencil. However, the way I see it, guns and pencils are simply tools. What you do with those tools is your choice. You control your future. You are responsible for your successes and failures. Your choices and actions decide what your future holds. It is up to you to decide how to use the tools you are given. So, class of 2008, I leave you with this. Do not be afraid of what lies ahead. You have the power to succeed. Also, do not put limitations on yourself, because your goals and dreams should be infinite. As of now, you are the empty jar. So go out there and start filling it.
So I sat on the sidelines for a while trying to get that offense. Finally, Coach Henry came over to see what was wrong and decided to help. Now that was quite a scene. The coach helping a future physics major untie his shoe. Anyway, when he finally got it untied, he simply looked over to the rest of the class, shook his head, and said, "And this is the valedictorian." I'm sure we've all made fools of ourselves at times throughout high school. But now it's easy to look back at those moments and laugh. I could quote a number of cliches that express how we're ready to move ahead, which we are. But I believe that it's just as important to cherish these moments before they pass us by as well. We'll never understand how much we need to appreciate what we have until it's gone. Therefore, we shouldn't waste time worrying about events that are out of our control in the future, nor should we regret the things in our past we cannot change. Graduation gives us a new perspective. As we look back, the tests, the essays, the projects that worried us at the time may seem insignificant to us now. We take for granted the way we feel right now as we celebrate the accomplishments we've made and the obstacles we've overcome. For those accomplishments, we have so many to thank. I could spend hours listing them, but I won't because, well, the Penguins play tonight. I would like to thank my class. Over the past 13 years, it's been great getting to know the Canyon High School class of 2008. You have made my school days worthwhile. I would also like to thank you for voting me most likely to succeed, but I don't quite agree with that title. Instead, I have faith that everyone here will succeed. And success is not a measure of grade point averages, test scores, or even acquired wealth, but a measure of using your talents where you're content. If we all do this, then we will all succeed. We've had so many fun times and unique experiences this year, from Crooked Creek to hypnotisms, from prom to meeting a former president. Some of us even got conned out of our money in Chicago. In competitions, we were able to celebrate many victories, but also make the most of our defeats. The anticipation of what to come is bittersweet though, as we bid our farewells. However, I feel that our goodbyes are only temporary. Of course, we may not see each other on a daily basis as we journey onward, but we'll never forget the bonds we created right here. Each of us holds a part of the class as a whole, and the effects we've had on one another are everlasting. Once again, I would like to say congratulations. It's been a great ride. As the lyric of our senior class song goes, here's to goodbye. Tomorrow's going to come too soon. Don't let tomorrow come too soon.
We've had successes that helped to get us here today. We've overcome obstacles that have transformed us into stronger and more independent individuals. In the years that lie before us, we will create new friendships and relationships with people who will influence our decisions. Personally, I would like to thank my fellow students for the time that we've spent together because I have learned so much from all of you. Lastly, we are proud to present to you this honorary cap and gown. This symbolic cap and gown conveys our wish that the class of 2009 will have a happy and successful year.
Class of 2009, I am honored to accept this cap and gown and will wear it with a sense of pride and responsibility. Please accept this congratulations of the class of 2009, on whose behalf I wish you and the class of 2008 future happiness and success. Thank you.
I do hereby certify that these members of the class of 2008 have fulfilled all state and local requirements entitling them to a high school diploma. The Katanning Senior High School class of 2008 is now graduating.
Before I came to IUP, I had no idea what college would be like or what role I would play or where I'd be in the future. But when I came to IUP, everything changed. I met people who really made me feel like I belonged. I had great classes at a great nationally ranked university. Hi, my name is Megan Miller. I'm a fine arts major, and this is my university.
As we stand here today as graduates, we think to ourselves, are we ready for the world beyond these walls? Graduation holds many things. The start of our future, but the end of our high school career. And on graduation day, our class and our parents are filled with many emotions. But it is our day to be happy, because we finally made it. We are finally graduating after all these years. But the truth is, not all of us are excited. Some of us are sad, and some of us are scared. But these feelings we hold and how we face our future is what makes us ourselves. Each one of us has a different plan, a different goal, a different life, and we must each face the world with our own ways. What makes our class so special is our different personalities and tactics. Being class president, I learned a lot about the class. Firstly, everyone looks at things differently. And no matter what you do, no one will feel exactly like you feel. But if we combine together all our ideas, we may find that we have something better than we ever imagined. Oftentimes when planning things for the class officers and I found that our ideas did not go over as well as we hoped. But that never stopped us from trying, and it never stopped me from caring. We should always care and we should always try in whatever we do. We should not give up, no matter how small a task seems. Never give up at any of the things you do and always do what makes you most happy in life. We should never be afraid to have our own ideas and opinions. We should not be afraid to be ourselves. Sometimes we hide who we are, but we should never be afraid to show what we can offer to the world. Looking at our class, I see a variety of abilities. We may have wished that we had done things that we hadn't, and we may also have wished that we wouldn't have done things that we had. But today those things are not important, because today we have all made one of the greatest accomplishments. I have learned that we will all make mistakes. Now and in our future, we will learn from our experiences and mistakes. So even though some of us may be more prepared than others, today we all have the same new start. We all have the chance to make our dreams come true. Each of us holds a strength. Some of us were athletes, or singers, or dancers, artists, workers, or even rock stars on the weekends. But soon some of us may become doctors, teachers, businessmen, congressmen, or even join the military. So today we should rejoice, because this is only the beginning of what each of us can become. Now I would like to recite a short but meaningful poem by Douglas M., titled, Be the Best of Whatever You Are. If you can't be a pine on the top of the hill, be a shrub in the valley, but be the best little shrub by the side of a brook. Be a bush if you can't be a tree. If you can't be a bush, be a bit of grass. And some highway, some happier me. If you can't be a muskie, then just be a bass, but be the liveliest bass in the lake. We can't all be captains. We've got to be crew. There's something for all of us here. There's big work to do and there's lesser to do, and the task that we must do is near. If you can't be a highway, then just be a trail. If you can't be the sun, be a star. It isn't by size that you win or you fell. Be the best at whatever you are. So no matter what we do or how we do it, we are important. Our differences make up our world. Now it's our time. We have the opportunity to go out and be what we want to be. Emerson once said, what lies behind us and what lies before us are only tiny matters compared to what lies within us. Thank you, parents, teachers, faculty, friends, and family. You have helped make us who we are today.
We're going to set down the obligatory gratitude from the class of 2008 first, merely in case someone would be so unfortunate as to fall asleep during this speech and miss the rounds of thank you directed at you. So thank you, teachers, faculty, and families, for all that you've done to propel one or more graduates onto this stage. Your impressions upon us are evident. I believe a particular thank you goes out to the cafeteria workers who have never forced us to wander about on our own for a good lunch, and also to the custodians who had the fun task of rounding up the rabbits that had been released into the gymnasium the other week. Thank you, everyone. Here comes the boring part of the speech for most of you. It would be a far easier task to now talk about the cast of this graduating class of 2008, because then we could simply reference all of those fond memories with so sweet a nostalgia that it would make your head spin. But instead, we are now forced to move on and to look towards the future. We are to say what we shall become. High school has been full of decisions, and we're all aware that the time after graduation is a whole new beginning. Multitudes of choices wait along our paths, And I know that each and every one of us has been asked at least once where we will be in the future, be it 4 years or 10 years ahead. There is truthfully no way to accurately answer such a question other than by guessing and hoping. Well, I'd like to be a nurse someday, or I hope that I'll be starting a family of my own at that point, or maybe I'll be managing a company. Those wishful responses are all that we can possibly offer. As much as we can say that we will be successful, famous, or wealthy, things don't always follow through according to our plans. We seldom end up exactly where we pictured. Whether you attribute your futures to God, faith, or your own decisions, you will end up in some place. And for each of you, I hope that place is a good one. Memories of high school are soon to be only memories, but congratulations on who you've become, and congratulations on who you may yet be. Since most great speeches end with a quote, I feel compelled to repeat something that Mr. Burns said the other day. We won't forget you guys, I promise, before more or less telling us to behave.
Amendments are on tonight, so we'll make it short and sweet. First, on behalf of all the seniors in this class and all the students that I'm with, we'd like to thank the entire faculty of all the schools we went to and our parents, because without them we never would have made it this far. Well, someone once gave me a piece of advice. It's an older man in my church, and I've kind of made it one of the basic principles in my life, which I try and base everything on, and I'd like to pass on to all of you guys. It goes a little like this. No matter what the waitress brings, drink it and always be full. Stay classy, class of 08. For the class of 2008, please stand. It is with a sense of accomplishment that each member of the 2008 graduating class of West Shamokin High School reaches up and moves the tassel from the left to the right, letting the world know that they are ready to commence and take their place in the world of tomorrow. By the authority vested in me by the State Department of Education and the Armstrong Board of School Directors, I do hereby certify that these members of the class of 2008 have fulfilled all state and local requirements entitling them to a high school diploma. The West Shamokin High School class of 2008 is now graduated.